Hey y'all, gonna do another analysis video on the Ginyu Force. This is I think like a S2 ranked player or something like that. Pretty decent player. It's got Videl leading off the charge. Videl's super annoying because she's low DP, so she's easy just to throw in on any team. She costs 2, and she thinks she starts with 2 skill meter, so that's pretty strong. That said, she doesn't do a ton of damage, and her defense is not that great. Like, her throw just did 1,000 damage, not that good. So we're just gonna try to kill her right away, throwing out Ki Blast to not let her switch. And I just took note that I did 2 high kicks and she didn't recover in time, so I might have to exploit that. But again, she's just playing like a typical Videl player, just spamming her her super, her rush super. I don't even know what it's called, to be honest, but good thing for me, took her out pretty easily. Goldo is too OP. Now, anytime, again, you see a 5 DP character, you really just want to, especially early on, you want to swap into Ginyu to try to steal it. Now, I'm confident enough with my Ginyu abilities. He actually kind of hits pretty hard, and he has a pretty good kit, so I'm going to just try to build up a skill meter and go Insta Spark and steal the body. But I don't even know if I need to. I'm just, again, putting in work. I've noticed throughout the game, again, he spams perception, so use Ki Blast to kind of take down the perception, and then on the 4th attack, on my 4th square on the PlayStation controller, I can hit triangle to spin him around, do a rolling hammer. But again, I don't even need to swap bodies, I just kill him outright. So I have 3 skill meter, gonna swap out Ginyu for someone else. And when you switch in a new character, notice how I just instantly locked on to his character. This is one of the best mechanics when it comes to switching that I haven't heard anyone talk about. It's really, really, really strong. If you noticed, he couldn't find me immediately, even though the game forced him to switch into a new character. But because I intentionally switched out, I got to lock onto him, and that's a gigantic advantage. I know exactly where he is, and he doesn't know where I'm at. So again, just kind of putting in work. He likes to spam perception, and when you have skill meter, when you hold perception, it'll block smash attacks. So I noticed that he had 0 skill meter, and so I just threw out a big smash and he got stunned. So I'm going to keep looking out for that. Again, same thing right here. He has no skill meter. So I do a quick low sweep just to get him stunned, and then do an Insta Spark. And again here, I switched him around. I saw he had no skill meter. So I could pretty much freely flip him around with the rolling hammer, and then just step back and do a body change. Body change is so strong in DP because it forces both of you to play that character. No one can switch out, and it disallows either player from using any sort of skills, any sort of supers or skills. You can still go into sparking mode, but you can't use your ultimate. So I'm just way more confident. I mean, Dragon Ball is a fun game because you have the super abilities, but really this is a fighting game first and foremost. And so if you can box people, and if you're confident with your abilities to box people, then it doesn't matter what body you have, you're just gonna win. So again, here I am. I notice again he's spamming tons of perceptions, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of that by trying to make him do a ton of super perceptions. There goes one more. Now I just got to do one more super perception. Oh, he actually didn't. But it's more or less even. Again, I'm confident I can take him out. And he does get my back, so that's unnecessary damage. An extra health bar. Ouch, that was really well played by him. Now we're more or less even. I see he's super low HP, so I'm going to just try to revenge counter to finish him off. But again, he's putting in work. And he died to a simple Ki Blast because Perception doesn't block Ki Blasts. He goes into Sparking, powers up a bit. Easy sidestep. This is a common mistake by a lot of people, myself included. I'm susceptible to the easy sidestep after doing a Dragon Dash. I think that's what it's called. You can pretty much just sidestep that every time. Now, he's in Sparking. Yeah, I'm just trying to play defensive because people tend to just throw out their ultimate, and most characters you can block their ultimate, so I just thought I'm just going to hold block and in case he does. And yep, again, he's just kind of getting desperate. It's just not good play to throw out raw supers like that. It's just a bit too desperate. You gotta get your opponent in a stun before you can just throw out your supers. Otherwise, a good player will just block it pretty much every time. So A1, he was a pretty good player, but there's just some things I took advantage of him, such as I'll explain a bit more. I learned this from Alan. Woohoo! I'll link his YouTube channel below. But when you low sweep and then Dragon Dash, do a Dragon Dash, you can just get their back, and it's just like an infinite combo unless they super counter out of it. But again, this person loves to hold Perception, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Try to get a combo reset here by throwing him up and hitting her in the stomach with my knee. I think I saw after image. So one of the after image strike lasts for 15 seconds. You just like dodge every melee attack and super. It's super annoying. But Birder took good damage. Going to take him out. Now the reason I actually swapped in Ginyu here is because, like we talked about before, Videl is a low DP character, low health, low attack, low defense. So I can just either passively, or if we get into Vanish Wars, actively build up skill meter with Ginyu against a weak character, so that when he brings in his strong character, then I'll have 3 skill meter. But he does enough work and takes away a health bar, so I'm going to swap Ginyu out and let him heal. Swapping out characters is paramount in DP battle. You have to, because anytime your character loses HP up to 1 whole health bar, which is about 10,000 damage, when they're swapped out, they heal that. So pretty much anytime your character loses 1 health bar, just swap them out. And especially if you're playing lower DP characters like the Ginyu Force, like for example, Goldo is 2, and his swap meter comes online very quickly. Like I just swapped him in and I pretty much can swap him out. So whenever he takes a health bar of damage, I'm just going to swap him out so he can heal and then bring in somebody else. So right now that is the name of the game. Whoever has the most health at the end of the game will win. And you can see me kind of fumbling my switching out. So I saw a juicy target, Goku Black, but he's with Ginyu, but he switches him out, which is okay. Again, this is equally good. I can just build skill meter against Videl. And when we get into Vanish Wars, I can even build more skill meter. I did do a revenge counter because I want to kill this Videl, and he just used After Image Strike, so I'm just going to spam Ki Blast at him, waiting for that to run out. And again, trying to kill the Videl, and was not smart to go in for a grab there. He should have switched out his character as soon as possible, because now my Ginyu will heal up to another health bar, and he has 0 health bars on Videl, so I'm just at a massive advantage there. I just gained a health bar, or I didn't even spend any health, and I took out 1 character. So again, switching out is paramount. You have to switch out characters in DP battle. He gets me on with a nice super when I'm on the ground, and again, swap him out. Keep swapping. I lost I think more than a health bar there, but I'll gain a health bar back. So keep switching it out. Now again, he loves perception. I'm just going to keep throwing out heavy attacks, or I'll try to get his back. Again, it just wastes his skill bar, skill meter, and especially a lot of players like to just use insta spark. So if I can take away those skill meters, then that's health that I save. Now I see an opportunity to maybe, yep, here it is. I wanted to get that insta spark, and he luckily switches out. But look at this. I have 2 health bars. Gohan has 4. I'm going to switch. 4 is greater than 2. And even more with Gohan, this current form is 3 DP, but he transforms into a 4 DP. And he transforms into a 7 DP character. So I'm, again, essentially just taking out his 7 DP character. And sure, it's 4 DP, but so is Ginyu. So it's a totally even trade from a DP standpoint, but when you really think about it, it's an even better trade. It's more than just 4 because he's almost certainly gonna get that transformation off. So again, there's that low sweep into that backwards dragon dash. There may be tutorials on YouTube how to do that, but if I'm happy to make a tutorial if it's interesting enough. So yeah, I'm locked out of switching, but that's okay because I took out his Ginyu. So any damage I can do with Gohan is a total bonus. Like if I can kill his black with Gohan, then amazing. If I can just do some damage, amazing. He's probably going to kill me here, but Ki Blasts open him up. I'm just going to keep spamming those high kicks, and yeah, I took a good chunk of damage from his Goku Black. Now there's this it's kind of a funny visual glitch here. I don't know why this happens, but I've never seen this before, and so now we're just playing in kind of tinted mode. Again, he's spamming perception, so I just go behind him, no problem. And when you're holding perception, your character doesn't it doesn't adjust to wherever the enemy goes. So I was able to Dragon Dash, do a backwards Dragon Dash to get behind him, and he was still holding perception. So that was easy combo for Birder to finish him off. So again, get his back, do a low sweep. You'll note that if you hold the low sweep long enough, the enemy character will actually turn and face you, and so you can just low sweep while he's facing you, such that when you Dragon Dash, you're going to end up behind him. So watch this again. I should do it here. See, he turned around, low sweep. He's facing me. I do a Dragon Dash to get behind him. Same thing. He turned around when I had his back, but I charged the low sweep long enough so that he would turn around. And then again, when I Dragon Dash, you just go behind the character. So it's really, really strong. Also, what's really strong is Bardock getting super armor in sparking mode. It's crazy. And again, people tend to get kind of desperate, like, oh, my sparking mode's running out, I gotta use it. But no, look, he just wasted, he didn't set up his sparking mode at all, and now he has to, I'm kind of trolling him by just charging him my ki. But yeah, he just wasted all his ki. He just wasted his sparking mode. He could have had ki advantage, but instead he just felt like he had to throw it out. You don't have to throw it out. If you don't have a good opening, it's just a total waste of resources. If you think about it, if you throw out some spell when you have when half of your sparking mode is up, you are essentially just wasting an entire ki gauge and a half, because when you throw out your ultimate attack when in sparking mode, it puts you at 0 ki after it's done. So again, don't need to just throw out your ultimate attack just because your sparking mode is running out. Excuse me. And he's challenged me again. He lost twice, but I mean, there's clearly things that I do that he can improve on or learn how to counter. But so even though he's challenging me again, he's going to learn some stuff. He's going to be better. And so it's amazing to just keep practicing. Don't just rematch people that you can beat, because you're not going to learn anything. You already know how to beat them, so what is there to learn? I kind of just went on a rant there, but showcasing, I just love the Ginyu Force. They're so fun. They're versatile. Again, they're just silly and goofy, like where people take winning way too seriously and try to do Broly's and an all Broly team, or like spamming, Ultra Instinct Goku or Jiren. Dude, just have fun. Play the Ginyu Force. They do work. I mean, I'm just murdering his Goku Black as Jace from the Ginyu Force. I mean, you would not expect that. But they're strong. They're super strong. Again, this Ginyu, you want to get a body change off, but ultimately, like, just the threat of the body change gets people to change their play style. And if you can get people to change their play style, you're in an advantage, because, like, this is a 1v1 game, of course. It's you versus them. But this game is all about countering, all about advantages. And if you can get them to play the game you want to play, then they're not playing the way they want to play. So he was kind of undeterred by Ginyu. Maybe he really wanted to take him out. And again, I'm just getting him to think a little bit differently. And that's to my advantage. If he's not thinking about how he's going to win, but rather thinking about how to not lose, or how to not lose a character, well, that's thinking that could otherwise be spent on beating me. And so, yeah, it's another reason why I like the Ginyu Force, because they have Ginyu, super strong, big threat, and now he's just going to let me go into sparking mode. Again, notice how I'm not just throwing out a raw super. Unlike this guy, he's just throwing out the raw super. He feels like he has to. I knew he was going to sidestep, so at that point, again, I'm countering him. I figure he's going to sidestep, or he's just going to try to block. He's not just going to run away. So I know, because he's not going to run away, I can pretty safely, at close range, throw out that super. And that's an unblockable ultimate. You need to dodge it. And it tracks pretty well. It's not perfect, but it does track pretty well. And it comes out kind of fast. So yeah, it's a really strong ultimate. And you have to dodge it. You can't block it. Otherwise, you're going to get body swapped like this Gohan. So yeah, again, like I talked about earlier, this is now a 7 DP character that's mine. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's not just base Gohan. It's the preventing of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And if he does go Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, look at this damage. I mean, I get that. I get that now. 10.5k damage. That's a whole health bar and some change. Yeah, that's Ginyu just changes the game. He's so strong. I also like getting Bardock a lot. I love getting Bardock because he has an insta spark and it's so strong. And again, he gets super armor in his sparking mode. So if you can take that away from the enemy, you're again taking away a huge advantage for the enemy. So Ginyu, again, sometimes it's less of I'm gonna get a cool character, and in this case I did get a nice character, that's a bonus, but it's more that you're taking away a very strong character from the enemy. And I think this is the best way to use Ginyu, is just find a strong character. Generally you want 5 DP or more. There's exceptions, again, like either of the Gohans, the adult Gohans or teen Gohan. No one really plays Kid Gohan, don't swap him. Yeah, I mean, any character that is 5 or more, or that can transform to 5 or more, that's what you want to steal. Because again, I'm putting in work on his Bardock. This is his character. He's fighting against himself at this point. So yeah, Ginyu Force is really fun. I hope you guys try out the Ginyu Force. I hope this helps, teach how to play them a bit more. And hope you have a lovely day.